and welcome back to another one of Miss G's Fun Friday activities. So today we're going to be creating some springtime butterflies using just a couple of really cool materials so that we can create these beautiful butterflies that you can decorate your room with, maybe a window or the bathroom, wherever you want to put them. So if you want to know how we made these cute little butterflies, just keep on watching. Okay guys, so the materials that we're gonna need for our springtime butterflies today include some coffee filters. If you don't have coffee filters, you can use paper towels or some type of napkin, just as long as it's like a thin material. You're also going to need a water bottle with just plain old water in it. You'll need some markers. I'm using Crayola markers, but you can use whatever type of markers you have, just as long as they're colorful. We're gonna stay away from black and brown today. We're just gonna use some bright colors. And you're also going to need some clothespins. So the clothespins, you can use maybe a paper clip that would work to gather the middle of your butterfly. If you don't have a paper clip or a clothespin, you can use a rubber band to bunch in the middle of your butterfly or a hair tie. So our first step for our butterflies, we have to pick our colors. So I'm gonna pick 5 colors for our butterfly today. And I wanna know if you can help me name these 5 different colors. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's pick one more. Got it. Okay, so our first color. Can you name this color? Okay, can't hear you. You're right, it's teal. Our next color is, what do you think this is? Can't hear you, say it loud and proud. It's pink, good job. Our next color is, orange. And the 4th color, purple. And our last color, I'm trying to trick you. It looks a little bit like the color that we've already picked, but it's a little darker. You're right, it's blue. So we've got our 5 colors and we're just gonna put those to the side. And we're gonna take our coffee filter and you're gonna lay it flat onto your surface. So just take it, lay it flat. And I'm putting a piece of construction paper underneath just so that I don't get any marker on my countertops. So make sure you have something underneath so none of your colors bleed through, okay? So once my coffee filter is flat, I'm going to I'm gonna fold my coffee filter, the bottom, to make it touch the very top. Okay, so it creates a little taco. Now that I have my taco, I'm gonna fold my taco in halves again to make a pizza. So now that I have this cute little piece of pizza, I am ready to color my butterfly. Now you can use any types of patterns, shapes, whatever you want to do for your butterfly, just as long as when you're coloring, you're really saturating the paper with the ink of your marker. So as Miss G is coloring, I'm making sure that I don't jam my marker down on the paper, but I'm using kind of a heavy hand so I can make sure the color really shines through the coffee filter. Okay, so now that I've done this one side, the middle of my pizza, I'm going to flip it over and do the exact same thing to the other side. Making sure that you don't want to jam your markers because, you know, you want to keep your markers for other experiments or other activities. So I have both sides and I'm going to do the same thing with a different color. So now I'm going to work my way out. So now that I've done the first teal color, I'm going to take my darker blue. And like Miss G said, you can create any type of patterns that you want because it's going to bleed out or fuse out. So I'm going to do some squiggly lines. And I'm going to go over it just to make sure that it's deep enough for it to bleed through, to shine. I flip it over and I'm going to do the exact same thing on the other side. Okay, so, and it's fine that you leave in this white space in between. That's okay. You can either fill it in. I mean, she's gonna go ahead and fill it in, but you can leave it blank or you can fill it in because it'll just leave more room for your colors to bleed together. Let's go back and, so I do it to one side, you have to do it to the other. Okay. Now I'm gonna move on to my next color. I'm gonna go from darker colors and then lighter on the outside. So I'm going to take this purple and I'm just gonna use a streak, do a big streak down the middle. Now, notice how much G, again, I'm not jamming the marker down. I wanna make sure I'm doing it smooth, gentle, but I'm making sure that the colors shine through. There we go. So now I'm done with my purple. I'm gonna move on to my last two colors. And I've got a lot of space, so I'm gonna really use that space by just creating some different designs. I'm gonna do some zigzags with my pink. Making sure it's nice. A deep pink. I'm gonna fill them in so they're like little triangles. And there is no right or wrong way. Any way that you do it is gonna be pretty because once the colors blend, it'll be like a tie-dye. Anything you do on one side, you have to do to the other. Or I guess if you didn't really want to, you could just do whatever to both sides. Just make sure that you don't just do one side. I'm done with pink. Now I'm gonna move on to orange. Let me show you what I did. The little triangles. Now that I have pink, I'm gonna move on to my last color, orange, and I'm just gonna shade out the tail end of it. Just like that. Flipping it over. Making sure it's nice and colorful. Perfect. I've got a lot of white space on this side, so I'm gonna make my purple slash a little bit thicker, but that's okay. Beauty and mistakes. Not even a mistake. And adjustments. Okay. Okie dokie. Now that we have colored it, and now we're ready to blend our colors. So you're gonna take your spray bottle. If you don't have a spray bottle, don't worry about it. You could just take a little bit of water in your hand and you're just gonna drop some water on. You don't wanna saturate your paper too much, but just a little bit, so like little droplets. So Miss G's gonna take her spray bottle and I'm going to just spray, spray, spray. And let it blend out. And then I'm gonna flip it over and do the same thing. So, perfect. So now that it's all nice and wet and the colors are blending, I'm gonna put it to the side and come back so that I can fold it and make it into a butterfly. So now that our coffee filter has dried and our colors are nice and blended, Miss G's waiting on that one to finish, but this is the one that I did earlier today. So we're gonna fold it so we can create it into our beautiful, beautiful butterfly. So you're just gonna fold it into a fan, like the ones that if you're really hot outside. So we're just gonna flip it over. So you take the little piece of the coffee filter, the bottom, you're gonna flip it. onto the other side, fold it again, flip it over, keep on folding, fold and flip, flip, fold and flip, fold and flip. You want to make sure that your folds are even, so take your time. Fold it again, flip it, fold, flip, fold and flip, fold and flip, fold and flip. Y'all know Miss G loves to sing a song, so keep on folding, keep on flipping. So you're at the very end of it. Ta-da! So now we have a cute little fan that turns into wings. Now, once I have it folded, I'm going to bunch it at the middle. Pinch it in the middle, and you're just going to twist it. Okay? So you twist it so that you can grab your paper clip. Oops. Take your paper clip from the bottom up, and you're just going to pinch it right in the middle. And once it's pinched, you can fluff out your wings so that they sit nice and pretty for your butterfly. See? Ha ha ha. How pretty. And if you have like some magnet strips at home, you can cut a strip and put it on the back and use them on the refrigerator, maybe on a chip bag, whatever you want to do, whatever your little heart desires. So to give my butterfly some personality, oops, there's a marker. I'm gonna take my Sharpie and I'm just gonna draw a cute little face on the top. So we got 2 eyes and a smile. So there we have it. I hope you've enjoyed today's Friday fun activity with Miss G, creating these beautiful springtime butterflies. If you make a springtime butterfly, make sure that you leave a comment below and tell me how it goes. Thanks for joining, and I can't wait to see you next week. Bye.